This is the first speech on the negative, and I'll be starting now. College is a place for a diverse range of people to interact. Having a group of like-minded individuals that you can share ideas with provides a welcoming feel to students who otherwise feel alone. I'd like to add some definitions that would help inform about this topic. First, safe space, described by the Oxford Dictionary, is a place or environment in which a person or category of people can feel confident that they will not be exposed to discrimination, criticism, harassment, or any other emotional or physical harm. The second definition is college, being an educational institution or establishment, in particular one providing higher education or specialized profession or vocational training. The negative believe that when in conflict, safe spaces ought to be protected more than freedom of speech on college campuses. Leading into my first contention is that the affirmative states freedom of speech must be protected and held above all else when being weighed in situations such as the right to speak freely or a safe learning environment. But this is not the job of a state institution for its students. Colleges that provide freedom of speech for all end up with freedom of speech for some and destructive to the minority. The New York Times says that in an article, the outright dismissal of safe spaces can amount to a harmful disregard for the well-being of students. The affirmative also states that they acknowledge that the harm that hate speech can cause to a marginalized group or individual. When free speech protects hate speech on campus, students lose their safe spaces. We understand that having diversity is good, but supporting these diverse cultures in such a way that they don't feel discriminated against is difficult, especially since having free speech gives access to others to harass and discriminate. Supporting these diverse ideas means they need a place to grow and not be ridiculed against by the populace. It's impossible to have freedom of speech on campus and have students feel that they can freely share their ideas openly. The second contention would be that the affirmative states that colleges are meant to educate their students and maximize the learning of its students in order to fulfill its job most effectively. While I do agree with the affirmative on the job of colleges, we disagree on the effective process. The most effective way is by giving safe learning environments where ideas can flourish and where students can feel secure. But what is secure? Harper, who is a part of U.S. News, says that proponents say that having a sense of security can actually encourage minority students who elsewhere feel silenced to encourage and debate. They're a place where students can decompress and access cultural familiarity and support. This was a campus climate survey of almost 50 colleges and universities. College has always been a place for a diverse range of people to interact and coexist. Having a group of like-minded individuals who share your ideals and not discriminate or harass of these free ideas. She says that on the whole, colleges are a myriad of efforts to support a diverse range for the students. The Washington Post also states that safe spaces, despite the recent hubbub, are nothing new. As early in the 1940s, queer bars and women's rights organizations act as meeting places for like-minded people to share experiences and find solace. The HRC reported that in 2018 that transgender hate crimes were on the rise and transgender people of color were found especially vulnerable. Safe spaces are necessary for people seeking help where discrimination can be freely expressed. We see this discrimination right now at Arizona University, where Asian students are sitting down for lunch and everybody around them will get up and leave in fear of them getting corona from them. Nguyen said in the Washington Post that he and others are worried about those who are using the public health rhetoric to justify xenophobia. We can also see this in the same article saying that the University of California at Berkeley, where the university had to apologize after the campus health center shared a handout in which xenophobia was listed as a normal reaction that people might experience during a health crisis. The handout sparked wide outspread. Discrimination can come from the top of the universities, and so who's going to protect the minority from them? Safe spaces are necessary for the continued exploration of learning because it gives students the safety they should feel at a public university. Thanks.